Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I'm talking about the lunar eclipse that is happening in Scorpio at 2 degrees on the 25th or thereabouts. Yes, so we call this eclipse season. So the eclipse season happens 2 times a year. And what it is, it's like a supercharged new moon. Now, the new moon is where the moon resets every month. But now we have superpowers in this. And of course, we are in Scorpio season. So Scorpio season is, in the northern hemisphere, we're starting to get into the kind of getting ready for winter. And Scorpio is what we call fixed water. And fixed water can hide a lot of things. It's like this deep, dark lake, and we just don't know what's underneath that lake, and it's kind of mysterious. So what's happening right now is that Scorpio is starting to be exposed. Things that are under the water that we've been hiding, we're not wanting to look at, we just kind of want to like brush it under, it's going to start being exposed in a good way. So we can kind of let go of some of these ideas that we're not good enough, because Scorpio can be mysterious, and a lot of people just kind of want to shy away from it because it includes things like sex, death, taxes, money, being abundant in our world, and a lot of secrets. I think of this like this lake, and there's all these underground secrets that are covered up with water, and no one wants to go there because it's scary. So what we're here to do is kind of take the lid off of that. We're going to take the lid off, and we're going to find where we have been hiding from ourselves. We're going to find the places that we didn't want to look at because we were a little scared or concerned on a worldwide level. Now, what happens with the eclipse season, and they come in twos. So right now we are going to have Scorpio at 2 degrees, and then I think it's November 8th, it's going to be Taurus at 16 degrees, and that's going to be a full moon. So the new moon is like a new beginning. We're going to take these things off, and we're going to like explore what we haven't wanted to look at. Or maybe we didn't understand that we have this, but we're going to make a change. Because Scorpio is really about other people's resources. It's about shared resources and things that we all share in common. So where we're going to look for that in our chart is where that 2 degrees is showing up in your chart, 2 degrees Scorpio. Now, the other thing about the 2 degrees with my teachers, Connie Kaplan, is purity, which gives a sense of crystalline energy. It's the purity of the archetypal realms. So even though Scorpiotic energy can feel really chaotic because it can really blow up, there is a higher purpose in this. There is this higher purpose. We are coming into understanding more how we are connected and how we can master how we can use the resources that we may have not known that is part of us. So that's really important. So Scorpio energy is intense, but it's a healing thing to kind of uncover some of these myths or some of these misunderstandings so we can be more efficient. We can grow into these new ways of learning. Now, I did look at, I'm going to show you right here, there is at the eclipse moment a chart wheel. And so looking at that chart wheel, we're all going into learning different ways to increase abundance. But the abundance is not me. It's for our whole world. So there's going to be a lot of shifting going on with monetary systems, our financial well-being, how we operate together in a culture in the world. These things are going to be happening. Now, I have to remind you that in eclipse season, it lasts for 6 months. So it's kind of like this doorway is opening and then closing, but not totally, because it's going to affect us for the next 6 months. The scorpionic energy that is really helping all of us, but it can seem a little bit inside out, is what I would have to say. So just take a look at where 2 degrees is in your chart. For me, that is in my second house, which is the house of finances and money. And so what I'm tasking for myself is that I might have some myths or ideas of limitation, the limitation beliefs that I can't create money, I can't allow the money to flow into my life. So that's where it's hitting me. So you need to look at your chart wheel and see where it's going to hit you and how you can actually take off the mask, take off these ideas that you don't have power. Because that's really what Scorpio is. It's about power, and the power isn't from eternal power, but power of the universe. And allowing the power of the universe to fuel what you need, because our thoughts limit us. When we let go of those limiting thoughts, we can open up to bigger things because we limit ourselves. And so this is a place where we can take off these limits and really run with it and allow ourselves to go, okay, I don't need to believe this anymore. I don't need to think this is my story, because we have a story, and if we cling to a story that doesn't serve us, why should we cling to it? We can create a new story, a new abundant story, a new story where we all benefit. This is where we're moving into. So this is very, very powerful. It is kind of closing the door to the last series of, in the springtime, we had it reversed. We had Taurus on the solar eclipse, and then we had Scorpio on the lunar eclipse. It's reversed now. So we're opening up to new secrets with the whole scorpionic energy and opening our eyes to new things that we are missing. We're going to uncover the water so we can find new secrets and new understanding how we can build our life and allow this cosmic energy to infuse us and help us grow. All right, so I can't wait to see how things progress. Again, we're going to have this other window coming up on the 8th, and I'll probably do that as well, even though I don't usually do things on full moons, but hey, it's eclipse season, so we're going to move through on that. And the interesting thing is that the moon's nodes are also very kind of tied into that as well, because we're still on this Scorpio-Taurus axis. So we're going to increase that newness of exploring and understanding and unveiling new things in the Scorpionic realm. And then when we go into the Taurus, we're going to let go of other things to kind of create that foundation and in the window. So I can't wait to see what happens. All right, so I want to let you know that I do have a group that is called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's where we talk about all these things, creativity, spirituality, those things. And I also have a YouTube channel called YouTube Success Strategies, where I coach people on how to be successful on YouTube. All right, let's see you next time, and can't wait to see what happens.